Hi everyone! If you're trying to plan a wedding in the UK for around £10,000, or even a bit less, this is the video for you. I'm sharing how we planned our full wedding for £9,979, and honestly, it was amazing. I'll break down what we spent, how we saved, and what was totally worth it. So if you're in the middle of planning and feeling overwhelmed, take a breath. You can absolutely do this on a budget. So what does £10,000 really look like? The average wedding in the UK is still somewhere around £18,000 and £20,000, depending on where you live and what sort of wedding you would like. That's wild. We didn't have that kind of money and didn't want to take out loans just for one day. We planned our wedding 2.5 years in advance to give us time to save and pay along the way, such as deposits for our venue and vendors. So we set our budget to 10k and said, let's see what we can make work. Spoiler, a lot more than you'd think, especially if you know what to look for when venue shopping. Our wedding venue hack has to be package deals. One of the best money-saving tips I can give you is this. Find a venue that offers a full package, because some venues include way more than you'd expect. So do shop around and inquire. Here's what ours gave us, which was all included in the price. Ceremony and reception spaces. Our venue had 2 rooms available separate for our ceremony, and then a room set up for our reception. We also had exclusive access to an outside area for guests to enjoy the outside space for when we took pictures and before and after our reception sit-down meal. Our venue was at a golf and country club, and so therefore also had an option for an outdoor ceremony. Included in the cost was also a getting ready room, a separate space for me and bridesmaids to get ready on the day of the wedding. It was spacious and allowed some room for our hairstylist and makeup artist to get us all glammed up for the day. We also had a wedding coordinator for the day, which was part of our costs, and she worked with us to organise the day, such as timelines and photographs. Catering for all guests. We had catering for around 70 guests. This included a 3-course sit-down meal later in the afternoon. We also had canapes before the meal to ensure that we had no hungry guests. Later in the evening, we then had some picky bits for our guests to nibble on to make sure everyone was well fed. Included in the catering package, we had reception and ceremony drinks, and a bar available for anyone to buy drinks too. But don't forget your vendors. If you have a photographer or DJ, or even a wedding coordinator for the day, remember they need to eat too. Most venues include a discounted meal for vendors. Should you wish to include them in your catering costs too, they would really appreciate it. Drinks for the day. This was included in our catering package, however. This essentially meant that all guests would have a glass of something to celebrate our ceremony. Then whilst we had our wedding breakfast or sit-down meal, there were bottles of champagne or Prosecco, or even wine for guests to enjoy while eating, and also to toast to speeches. We had a bar available too for guests to buy their own drinks should they want to enjoy a beer, cocktail, or even a glass of orange juice. Table linen, cutlery, cake stands. Included in our package was the options of some free table linen, cake stands and cutlery. Or we had the option to upgrade to something a little fancier. We had coloured sachets on chairs, a cake stand for our wedding cake, a choice of napkins, and with us we stuck to the cutlery provided, which was some really lovely silver tableware. DJ for the evening. Looking for vendors can be really stressful. The costs, reviews, and the anxiety of being let down on the day. One thing we would really recommend is looking at the recommended vendors list provided by your venue. This way, you feel a little more reassured that the vendors are tried and tested, but also trusted. Otherwise, the venue wouldn't recommend them. As part of our package, we were extremely grateful that a DJ was included. This meant for us, there was a little less to add to the list of things to do. We were given the details of our DJ, who then got in contact with us, and we sent over a playlist, and the night was amazing. A honeymoon suite for the night of the wedding. One thing we were also grateful for, and didn't realise or really consider, was staying the night of the wedding, which meant no stress in organising transport to get home and adding on top of our already tight budget. Once the evening come to an end, both me and my now newly married husband could enjoy the night with no stress of getting home, and waking up the next day to a lovely, well-needed, and deserved of course, breakfast. It gave us time to stay in our little bubble before heading back into life and thinking of the huge lists of stuff we need to do, such as name changes on everything and anything, picking up children from grandparents, and also collecting all of our decor to take home. We were in one place, and honestly, if it's not part of your package, I would really recommend, if your budget and venue allows it, staying the night of the wedding. A stay the night before the wedding for me and my partner, in separate rooms. Although this wasn't directly included as part of the package, we were very lucky to receive a huge discount on rooms for me and my partner to stay the night before. This just meant for us that there was no stress trying to get to the venue on time and rushing around in the morning, or even more importantly, not creasing our wedding dresses and suits. This really helped with a lot of stress. As we stayed in a golf and country club, there were rooms available for guests too, if they were travelling a long way, or for bridesmaids to stay the night before so that they were there ready for the day too. All of that was £7,500 total. In peak summer, we got married in August. And even then, doing a midweek wedding helped cut down the cost with all our vendors. From there, the only big things we had to focus on were the registrar, photographer, what we were going to wear for the day, i.e. dresses and suits, and decor. Full budget breakdown, how we hit £9,979. Here's exactly where the money went. Venue package, $7,500, ceremony reception, catering, drinks, DJ, overnight stays, decor basics. Wedding registrar, $550. This is your legal cost, can't skip this. This included giving notice, marriage certificates, and the legal part where the registrar makes you officially husband and wife. Photographer, £695. 12 hours of coverage. Amazing value. Many photographers offer different packages and different levels of footage. This could be videography and a wedding film for the day, or if, like us, you were just interested in making sure your special day was captured with those who mean the most. Then a simple photography package could be what's best for you. My dress, £300 pre-loved and absolutely gorgeous. Look at sites like Still White, Vinted, or even Facebook groups. Just be careful where you buy, and if you can see it in person beforehand, I would highly recommend. Then you know what you're getting for your money, because ideally, you don't want to then foot the bill for any repairs or getting rid of stains. A lot of wedding dress shops do have a pre-loved area, and you can then actually try it on and get a sense of your size and style. Fortunately, I didn't need to make any alterations, but do watch out and be mindful of this hidden cost. Groom's suit, part of my husband's personal budget. My husband didn't want to spend a fortune on a suit, and ideally something he would wear again. He bought his suit from a lovely range in M&S, where he was able to go in store, get fitted, a free service, and try on a suit. They have a lovely range along with other high street retailers, and in total he spent £149 on his suit. Wedding rings, £500 for both invites. Practically free. We made them ourselves on Canva, printed them on card from Hobbycraft. The card we used was called White Hammered Premium Card, and we printed 2 invites per 1 sheet of A4 sized card. Cute, personal, and saved loads. Budgeting for flowers. We used faux bouquets for me and my bridesmaids. Saved tons, looked amazing, and I still have mine. There are plenty of places you can buy faux bouquets online or even in store. Make sure to order way in advance, in case they are not quite as they look when ordering online. Or of course, you can make your own. Decor mostly DIY, which saved us a lot of money. If your budget can stretch, then of course you can look into balloon arches and flower arrangements. But for us, we quite liked the minimal look, and this helped us save a lot. Seating plan. I made it myself. Happy to do a video on that if you want. Welcome signs, mirrors, plus vinyl stickers from Etsy. We used an arch-shaped mirror that we already had and ordered some lovely vinyl stickers from Etsy. Gave it a good clean and with a bit of practice applied the stickers. It looked professional and expensive, and in actual fact, just cost me around £13 for the stickers. Table decor. DIY jars, candles, greenery. Honestly, Pinterest is your best friend here. IKEA or a budget shop such as B&M or Savers are really good for this. IKEA is really good and cheap if you have one local to you. They have a variety of styles and sizes, but also they have faux flowers for you to try and style. Grab a dining table in IKEA, even if you feel a bit crazy. Put some jars on with some flowers and little tea-light candles and a table runner, and help those Pinterest boards come to life. Total, £9,979, no debt. No stress. And a beautiful day that we still talk about all the time. Final tips, what we learned. A few things I wish someone told me when we started. Shop around. Even in Sussex, where prices can be extortionate, we found venues with packages that saved so much. Midweek gold. Our August wedding was on a weekday, and every vendor gave us a discount compared to the weekend. DIY when it's fun, not stressful. We didn't try to do everything ourselves. Just the bits we could enjoy or handle early. Ask for help. My bridesmaid paid for my hair and makeup as a gift. If someone offers to help, let them. I was very fortunate to have a bridesmaid pay for our hair and makeup, as this was for my 3 bridesmaids and maid of honor. This part can be expensive too, and even so, if you haven't got the budget or not really in a place to pay for hair and makeup, you can of course do this yourself if you are makeup and hair savvy, or even a friend if they have a particular skill in hair and makeup. You understandably want to look and feel good on an important day such as this. So if your budget allows, or a friend or part of your bridal party offers, do accept. Get clear on priorities. For us, it was food, music, and photos. We didn't care about favors or cars, and nobody noticed. From looking at other brides' tips and tricks, a common theme that came up was wedding favors. Of course, you want to thank your guests for joining you on your big day, but a lot of the time, wedding favors were left over. And actually people just forgot to take them home as they were enjoying your special day too much. That's not to say that you can't get wedding favors, but obviously if you were looking at cutting down on your budget, wedding favors would be something you could easily miss. Also, because our wedding ceremony and reception was all in one place, we didn't need to organize transport or wedding cars, which was a huge save for us, as the cost of transport and hiring a wedding car, even just for photos, is what can really push the cost of your wedding up. One final tip, wedding insurance is totally worth considering, even on a budget. It gives you peace of mind in case of cancellations, issues with suppliers, or venue problems. In the UK, providers like John Lewis, Debenhams, Dreamsaver, and Wedinsure all offer affordable packages from around £30 to £100, depending on your wedding size. So there you have it, how we planned our full UK wedding for under £10,000. It honestly can be done, and I'm so glad we didn't go into debt to do it. If you found this helpful, hit like and subscribe. I'm doing more videos on hen-dos, wedding with kids, DIY decor, and loads of real planning help. Let me know in the comments, what's your biggest budget challenge right now? I'd love to help or even make a video on it. Thanks again for watching with Organised Chaos. Let me know your most helpful tips in the comments for other brides to be.